Hi guys, Contra Ego here, and I decided to record another league with what I've been playing lately, and I've done away with Moxamber. I've even done away with Emery, and I'm playing a four engineer build right now. The reason for this is that I keep wishing that I could blank my opponent's removal. Um, Basically with Emery, Emery's very powerful, but you keep on having to hope and wish and even mulligan based on whether you think she's going to survive a whole turn and untap. And if she doesn't, then maybe you got value by milling a sword, basically, or you did, and she, you just she just traded for a card, and it's even more difficult to make her work when you're trying to keep Mox Amber turned on. So even though you can have some very broken starts, I found it's a little too inconsistent for me. So I wasn't feeling happy with it over the long term. Um, for a very long time, I have basically avoided cutting Emery because I feel like you lose too much when you cut Emery, because witching well, for instance, becomes less powerful without Mishra's Bubble, and then you lose engineered explosives because engineered explosives is not really good without Emery. You don't have any way to tutor it and play it. Goblin Engineer doesn't work with it. It's really not worth it playing it without Emery. But uh, theory crafting led me to the fact that I think I really would prefer to be able to play the deck without while ignoring removal for the most part. So when I thought of that, I was playing around with ideas. I think this is one here, like with no creatures. And I think I played this in the league to test it, and I went 3-2, I believe, and it worked. It worked fine. Thought Seizes did a lot of work, and you have four Whir, you have four swords, four Thought to Foundries. It didn't even play Urza, so you're really trying to get to 5 and win with Time Sieve if you need to close out the game. And this worked okay, but this is a very antiquated list. This would have been great back before Urza was printed, back before Karn existed, back before the fire era of cards were introduced to the format. So now we're here, and this list is running 8 creatures, but really and truthfully, the engineers are basically what you really care about is that they enter the battlefield and search for a sword and put it in the graveyard. Everything else beyond that is a bonus. Same thing for Urza. Urza is its primary function is enter the battlefield and win the game. So know that the deck is slanted this way. It frees up some space because you're not trying to play all the cards that go with Emery, and it frees up some space to play um, additional hate with like Damping Sphere. Um, Bridge is a shoe-in now in this build, and we still have the 3 Galvanic Blast, and then we can try other things as well because Engineer, if it does untap, it is a sack outlet, and we have Acre Wellspring to go with it. Acre Wellspring is a card that I never really liked, but my issue with these engineer builds has always been that they they have a hard time keeping up card advantage wise with control decks and mid range decks. So Acre Wellspring is kind of like a concession that I made in this case of building. I don't think I've even ever tried it before. I just didn't like it in theory, but I put it in now just to, since I have the 4 engineers and without the foundries, just as a way to actually draw additional cards rather than having only things that replace themselves. Um, I put the spine of Ishsaw in here. That I don't know. It's kind of a pet card, but also because I don't have engineered explosives, I feel like I need some kind of deal with anything out in the deck. And the nice thing about spine is it allows you to basically win the game the same turn that you go off with Urza, because you can basically destroy all of the opponent's permanents. I usually don't try to do that sort of thing on Magic Online because there's too much clicking and it just takes too much time to even find that I win card most of the time. But it's still nice to have, and in the games I've played so far, I've actually just needed it as a spell, to destroy a Karn or destroy something else that's in the way. It's been decent. Um, Wishcloth Talisman. I think this could probably be something else, but I don't know what. I haven't really gone to use it yet. As it's a fine card. If I can think of something else that I want to try out, this is probably what I'll try taking out for the new card until I can put it back in. Sideboard. Back on 4 Thoughtseize, which I have found is just being fantastic for this archetype altogether. Down to 2 pushes here because I added Damnation. And I like Damnation in this list because you don't have engineered explosives. You're always just 1 for 1ing. And I find you can Damnation it looks clunky, um, it might seem too slow for certain creature decks or whatever else, but I like the flexibility of it, and I have ramp and I have other interaction that can help me survive to it. It's almost always good when I use it. I'm running Blood Moons here. I am pretty sure my mana base should look different. I'm running Blood Moons, um, but I haven't put too much thought into that yet. It's worked out okay so far. Deseret like normal, Dreadbore. This build is not easy to get white, so I can't be running Fracture. The only white I'm running is Weird Tear, like before. So Dreadbore is a nice catch-all. It acts as an additional cheap piece of removal against aggro decks. It can deal with Karn, it can deal with Tarmogoyf, Death Shadow, whatever else. Grafdigger's Cage, instead of playing a second Niel Spellbomb, I'm playing the Grafdigger's Cage. That's because it's basically only a lot worse against Living End. At least that's the only one I can think of right now. But with Grafdigger's Cage, I can bring it in against Collected Company decks or other decks that search up creatures and put them into play. Yeah, so that's what I'm playing. I think that intro is probably a little too long, but I'm going to go and jump into the first round now, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, back for round 1 in this Engineer Whirza League. There's so many different ways to build the deck. It's a little difficult to come up with a different name or a good way to just identify what you are playing, but I'll call this Engineer Whirza. go first. I've been pretty happy with all but one aspect with this deck so far, and that's the mulliganing. I think I've just gotten unlucky, but I feel like I see so many one land hands that I just can't keep. This one isn't great, but we can work with it. You know, we can scry, ramp. Maybe we can hit a turn 3 Whirza or something like that. Get one combo piece and find the other one. This is fine. Opponent revealed a Loris. So this Pithing Needle may not be doing any work. Or if they are a T-ball deck, it will do the most work. Alright, so Engineer is next combo piece. So I'm gonna go top. Pass. Looking like a prowess deck or a burn deck. Prowess deck. Okay. These can get a little dicey. I'm wondering if I should be trying to blind name like a fetch land or something like that. I don't think that's worth it. Maybe they'll play a Sunbait Canyon and you can name that later or something. But I need to get my combo online as soon as possible. Or get a bridge down. Which might be what I end up doing with this work. Okay, they're stuck on cards. So I'm going to play Engineer. Go and get a sword. And I'm just going to play the Pithing Needle. And I'll just guess Bloodstained Mana. They're probably playing like 2 of each or something like that. And pass the turn. I like playing Engineer before Foundry a lot of the time against aggressive decks. Because I can just throw him in front of a big attacker and block. Sometimes even saving 2 life with a block with Engineer is just enough to race against burn especially. Yeah, I'm going to put a block here. So if I were playing I'm going to try getting bridge here. That might not be correct, but I'm hoping that it works out. Alright, this is great. Exactly what I was hoping for. It's still very possible that this comes back to bite me, but just because they'll be able to play around it next turn. But look at how much they're attacking for now. If I kept this in hand and tried to whir for Thought to Foundry, these would have trampled. I would have one Thopter and I would be at 12. And any spell here would kill me. So I'll get the bridge, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Alright, that's not terrible. I will just play it, gain life. So how lucky are we here? Do we risk letting them attack with these clever Lumimancers? And hoping they don't have two spells? Probably two spells to kill us. Okay, well that is fantastic. So they might kill the Electromancer here. Sorry, the Engineer here. But at least if they do that, then they don't have the dart to kill us off with these. Because they can actually wait till next turn and get an attack with these and try to pick off my blockers, I guess. No. There they go. I do feel like I need to find something here. If I had a little more time, I could. But you know what? They didn't have something to try to kill me with the Light of the Stage just now. So I'm going to cool my heels. It's fine. So the hope now is that they can't kill me here either. And I can get back with Dr. Foundry at the end of their turn. Okay. It's a good start. Okay, that's scary. Alright, great. So it's going to be really difficult for them to win from here because I can just chump block. If they could draw the card just now. Um, let's have this. Don't want to make it easy on them and draw a card and they've managed to piece something together next turn. As it stands, they can't give them trample and attack. And I will have 3 blockers. So they would have to have Lava Dart and a Lightning Bolt. After not having an instant to use just now. Alright, great. So, prowess. Bring in all the removal. This one's hard. I have not played too many games against red to know if they will be using any artifacts against me. I imagine the only thing that they'll use against me is like a Soul Guide Lantern. Probably won't bring these in. Let's see what I can take out. I like Damping Sphere. I'll keep in a Spell Bomb. I often forget to do that, but it's a good idea. I'll take out the Spine. I cut one of these already. I guess I could take out the. I'll take out the Wishclaw Talisman. We won the first game, so if they have some kind of hit I can't destroy, we can re-gear for the next game. But I have yet to see an enchantment like Stony Silence off of this deck. I'll mull that. Wow. Mulling to 5 seems so dangerous. And did they keep 7? Yeah, they kept 7. I'll mulligan. Alright. Keep. I'll put back Neil Spell Bomb. And kind of want to keep the lands, but I also kind of want to keep the Galvanic Blast. I'm gonna put Botanic Blast. Just because there is a significant chance that even if they play a turn 1 creature, they'll have a free spell to protect it from Galvanic Blast. So let me try and make my next few turns play out a little smoother. Maybe ensure I have mana. Well, I wanted the Talisman, but I want the Fatal Push even more. It probably wouldn't be the case here since they kept 7, but sometimes you kill the first creature and they don't even have another one. Okay. I'm going to try right now. If they have a protection spell, at least they wouldn't be able to pump it. And they're trying with it. Okay. So we definitely have something to work with. I do need to use this well, and I don't want to spend 2 life. Hopefully I don't see a engineer here. Maybe regret that. Okay, I like bridge. Next turn, I prefer to play a Whirza. So I'm gonna go top. This can go terribly wrong, but I have a little time. Okay. Revoke existence. Okay. Yeah. So bridge may be a bit vulnerable, but I know they probably have those effects. And really and truthfully, the best way to beat targeted hit like that is to just overload it. That's one of the reasons I really like bridge against decks like this that have to attack you. It is a must answer card for them. You know, they need to use some of that hit that they brought in for the combo against the bridge itself. Do I want to... I'm going to block here just to be safe. They could easily kill me with not much if I don't block. Alright, this is not a terrible position at all. They don't even have a bubble. At the same time, I do need to draw something useful. I'm going to crack one of these. Well, I was hoping I had more time. Alright, I'm going to draw now. I haven't even looked to see if I just did. Wish I had a circle of it. Okay. Oh, right. Am I dead? Not dead. Right. Going to 2. Don't know how I win from here. I think that's it. These games often go long enough that the lures is relevant, so that's why I keep spell bombing. Oh, you know what? I should have spun Whirza just now because I could hit damnation. Yeah, that was a mistake. Completely forgot I had this in debt. No changes. Yes, I'll be on the play. I'll keep. And I will leave the trail. If they played a 2-drop next turn, I'll probably use this the most. I'm going to keep the sword in hand for now. Maybe so. I may fetch and shock and get a water grave here, just so I could sack this. Maybe it would have been better if I played the spell bomb off of this. I use this for blue. I use this for black. Maybe. Actually, I should be trying to keep the spell bomb. So we'll probably just be bouncing. Okay. Okay. Hmm. That's not good. New plan. I want to find a 1 mana removal spell. Okay. So I can top, top. Sadly, I have to do this, but at least they'll take them a little while to rebuild. Yes. And then shoot it with this trigger cell on that. Nice. It's probably trivial for them to just kill me with this, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Wow. That I did not expect. I will actually just block with the Urza if they attack. I know it was like I have infinite if I get to untap them. But I was if I could have held the sword, then I could block with the construct. But that was impossible here. They seem to be flooded though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. We can play through that. Alright. So they would have to have surgical here. They're thinking, um, depending on how familiar they are with Whirza. Okay, if I had played the wellspring there as an additional um, piece of fodder to stack, I could have potentially not had enough things to stack. If they had surgical, I could have sat without the foundry, hope to let another turn and draw another thought the foundry. Alright, nice. So, kind of long drawn out game, but worth it in the end. I'll be back with round 2 shortly.